the shoulder there. He doesn't. Baker goes on his with a barrel on his non-preferred right. Trying to trap it there was Blanchfield. In and under, crush ball out. Who's there for Cardiff? They're at the back. Picks it up is Crawford. Can he get rid of the ball? He can't. Play on. O'Malley! Has he kicked it? I think he has, David. Sniping the goal there for Macaulay O'Malley. Was that for that push possibly paid out of zone?
Is it Vukovic is going to get this kick on the right of screen? Max is on the mark. Is that Matt Vukovic?
It is, yep. So that must have been for that push paid out of zone. Vukovic chips in board. You'd almost think they'd go again. O'Neill's on if they want him. Keith smartly mans him up. What are they going to do? No, another switch is on this time. Push paid out of zone. Vukovic chips in board. You'd almost think they'd go again. O'Neill's on if they want him. Keith smartly mans him up. What are they going to do? No, another switch is on this time. Campbell, thank you. New number for us. Played there.
And I don't have a 10 either.
That's Davies in 10.
Very intelligent, very well spoken, and a decent human being. Keys, too strong, goes over the back of his head. Picked up by Gibson. Away it goes. Robson, I think, in 17. Yes. And a decent human being. Keys, too strong, goes over the back of his head. Picked up by Gibson. Away it goes. Robson, I think, in 17. Yes. And out of bounds over there in front of Ethan Durbridge. Oh, goodness me. That was superb.
It sure was, David. Durbridge had no hesitation taking off immediately and hitting Cam Keith's lace out. Give that one to Kelleher again. O'Brien's there. Gets the ball out the back. O'Brien sweeps around on his right side. Who's that on the far side? That's Hawthorn. Hawthorn gets a right-handed handball. That spins, does Dwyer. Gets the ball out. In fact, that was Dwyer, beg my pardon. That was Dwyer. Goes long down the line to Blanchfield. Blanchfield goes along one wider to Haswell. Haswell tries to squares the ball up to Keast. Gets the ball down to ground. Gets shoved off the ball there to Tomlinson. Tries to rip the ball back. Tries to hold it in. O'Donnell gets a quick hack left foot ball out.
And they've missed it. Gracious. That's interesting. There was no bounce. Away goes City. Whiteling. Trouble. They can just feel this game. Cardiff are really starting to get an imprint on it right now. Patrick Delaney with his left goes out of side. Selkirk just beats him for pace. Away he goes. One bounce. Rivals for 51 years, Lucas.
Ball comes in. Keys gets the ball in board looking for O'Brien. Can't quite get there. Ball's hacked out. 1-on-1. Gets a handball out. There's Gretz. 2-on-1. Batten with the tackle mainly.
51 years, Lucas.
Ball comes in. Keys gets the ball in board looking for O'Brien. Can't quite get there. Ball's hacked out. 1-on-1. Gets a handball out. There's Gretz. 2-on-1. Batten with the tackle mainly. And Quinlan, is that underneath that all? That wasn't. Excuse me. Very chipping kick. Who's there? Baker does very well. The pirouette move. Gets his hands above the ball to get the ball out. There's McDonald again on his right, looking for the outer side. There is an injured player there, David, in the hands of trainers. I'll keep an eye on that if you like.
Okay, thank you. Over there, Mark, taken by Gibson. Is there a stoppage of play?
There's a blood rule. That's what there is.
There's a cut, is there? Okay,
yeah.
So let's have a look. When Morgan Ross was carried off, taken off for technically illegal. She doesn't matter. And I said, under the rules of football, it doesn't. And the rules of football, it doesn't. Halfway through this quarter, Delaney on a lead, onto his left, straight down the outer flank. Well done, Marcus Deleuze starting to get his hands on the football.
No, it was Dwyer that time. Gets one to outer side. Crawford lowers his eyes, tries to go forward 50. Tomlinson's there. O'Malley leads the race, bumped out of the way by Gibson. Tomlinson takes a few on, gets a handball out, sweeping ball inside to Vukovic. Vukovic goes long down the line. Who
made a big contest, as you've been talking about with Nick Tomlinson. Lucas?
Did very well. O'Brien throws the ball up. Kelleher and Bow again. Kelleher gets a double-handed one down. Baker goes on a right and gets kicked right at the point of the football. Mark there, Gibson. Gibson rolls around on his right, goes back onto his left. Little stabbing kick. Gibson overshoots there. Campbell. Haswell's there, tries to get the ball out, hit and spin move there, and Kelleher gets a double-handed one down. Baker goes on a right and gets kicked right at the point of the football. Mark there, Gibson. Gibson rolls around on his right, goes back onto his left. Little stabbing kick. Gibson overshoots there. Campbell. Haswell's there, tries to get the ball out. Hit and spin move there. Well played. Tomlinson's there. He won't lose out. He doesn't. Gets a handball back to O'Donnell.
Durbridge will go long and direct. Haswell in front. Ethan Durbridge is a good deliverer of the football. Haswell's got someone on the lead here in front. Very good defence. Clark in there. Should be a handball coming out. Sweetnam sniping. He's kicked a few last week. This time against superior opposition, gets tackled.
A long, high right boot to the outer side. Bounce sits up perfectly for Dwyer. Stabbing kick in front. No, Triffett can't take the mark. Haswell gets a scrubby handball out. Tomlinson goes, I've had enough of this, and gets a barrel to the centre of the ground. Gets a nice bounce as well. That's gone 60, 65 metres. Cardiff lose Andrew Walker and Tom Yanch in the off-season as well. They needed another key tall to play in to swap out and almost resting forward as well, while Bo's having a rest.
Of course, our mate Andrew Walker's working on Saturdays at the moment,
yes.
So that's why he can't play.
Yeah.
Again, if you ever get a chance to have a chat with Andrew Walker, terrific bloke, just one of life's good fellas.
Is that Delore down there injured? No, it's Hughes holding his nose. He's coming to the bench to try and avoid a blood rule. Gets knocked over the back here. Cardiff had the numbers, smothered immediately. Kelleher goes out. Who does he find? We're obscured slightly. Is that Thompson or Crawford? Can't pick them.
Mitchell Knight, barrel-chested. Keast 1-on-1. No, won't get to him. Sweetnam, 1-on-2. Taps it out cleverly. Out towards King. Edwards goes to ground too quickly. Out towards, was that Thompson?
It was.
Crawford won't miss. Jackson Crawford. Great man John Sullivan in goal for, his 1100th game? Unbelievable. Oh, that's one of the worst ones I've seen Tomlinson pull off. Clark may help there. Campbell, sorry. Haswell with his left. Misses. Now he's a chance. O'Donoghue off his non-preferred side. Is that Crawford? In duties here. The great man John Sullivan in goal for, his 1100th game? Unbelievable. Oh, that's one of the worst ones I've seen Tomlinson pull off. Clark may help there. Campbell, sorry. Haswell with his left. Misses. Now he's a chance. O'Donoghue off his non-preferred side. Is that Crawford? Gracious me. Can we go back?
No. Just to the away side. Another point for Newcastle City. 9-3-57. Cardiff 3-7-25.
O'Donnell short ball. Dangerous in there. Davies handball off to the rat Simon O'Brien. Lovely left foot step. Gets around Mitchell Knight. Goes wide. Beautiful spot to Hawthorn. Cardiff do have to do. They've got to run and dare now. They're a long way behind. Michael Ryan, short hands, don't hit the spot. O'Donoghue smothered, poor. O'Brien, it wasn't smothered, he actually shanked that. O'Brien chipping back. Kelleher barrel out of it by Gretz. Gibson. Combox side. We're right above this. Lennon, who's been quiet today. Driving low ball. Lennon's perfect. They actually shanked that. O'Brien chipping back. Kelleher barrel out of it by Gretz. Gibson. Combox side. We're right above this. Lennon, who's been quiet today. Driving low ball. Lennon's perfect. To Xander Cross.
That's almost
Bakers, that's fit. Good pick up low, Vukovic. On Haswell. He appears to be taking Connor wherever he goes today. 17.5 gone. Newcastle City up by 25. Short ball out, Gibson.
O'Donnell's
Max
there if he
almost
wants him.
interfered on the mark. That's O'Donnell, is it? Thank you.
That's O'Donnell there.
Keish just to hold that mark. Goes today. 17.5 gone. Newcastle City up by 25. Short ball out, Gibson.
O'Donnell's
Max
there if he wants
almost
him.
interfered on the mark. That's O'Donnell, is it? Thank you.
That's O'Donnell there.
Keish just to hold that mark. Almost 50. Good grab, Triffett. And trouble, Haswell. Danger. Ordinary ball for him for the first time today. Quinlan just uses that bulk and gets rid of some. O'Brien. Knight. That's a good tackle, Simon O'Brien. Should have been rewarded. Newcastle City were disappointed there with Haswell having.
Thank you, David. So his kick in. Oh, is that Gibson? It is. You'd think Gibson would go long down the line. No, he's opened it up with that extra room he gets off the mark. Keith's manning it. Goes with a long loopy handball. Goes long. Is that Edwards out there?
Campbell.
Sorry. Campbell. A new player. There's Keys. Keys got
on here.
It should be.
Oh, that's
contact.
a free kick against Max Quinlan for not going the football to Campbell, I reckon. Lucas Holmes.
Thank you, David. Long chipping ball. Honours the lead there of Gibson. Long lead. Immediately goes. Gibson, where's he going to go? Almost has to take a bounce. Runs his measure. Down there is Delaney. Gets it back. Gibson gets it back. They're playing.
Lucas Holmes.
Thank you, David. Long chipping ball. Honours the lead there of Gibson. Long lead. Immediately goes. Gibson, where's he going to go? Almost has to take a bounce. Runs his measure. Down there is Delaney. Gets it back. Gibson gets it back. They're playing 1-2s here. Quick ball to Gratz. Back to Gibson. Goes into Clark. Overshot of Gibson. Long lead. Immediately goes. Gibson, where's he going to go? Almost has to take a bounce. Runs his measure. Down there is Delaney. Gets it back. Gibson gets it back. They're playing 1-2s here. Quick ball to Gratz. Back to Gibson. Goes into Clark. Overshoots Clark. Thompson is there. Does very well to keep his feet. He's going to go. Almost has to take a bounce. Runs his measure. Down there is Delaney. Gets it back. Gibson gets it back. They're playing 1-2s here. Quick ball to Gratz. Back to Gibson. Goes into Clark. Overshoots Clark. Thompson is there. Does very well to keep his feet. Great tackle there by Bo. However, can't affect it. Batten on his left foot. Down there is Delaney. Gets it back. Gibson gets it back. They're playing 1-2s here. Quick ball to Gratz. Back to Gibson. Goes into Clark. Overshoots Clark. Thompson is there. Does very well to keep his feet. Great tackle there by Bo. However, can't affect it. Batten on his left foot. Standing there in front and takes off immediately is Vukovic. Goes long forward. Waiting out is Kelleher. You think you turn and go. Goes to Batten. Batten goes straight through the corridor. Very courageous there from Vukovic. Should have a free kick, not paid. Gibson goes out. There's O'Neill gets wrapped up straight away. What's the decision going to be? Holding the football. Did make a genuine attempt, and he's warmed into this game in this last half. He's performed well in the end to sweeten them. Trying to play tempo football as you'd expect now, Newcastle City. 20-metre chipping ball to Kelleher. Will wheel onto his left. Robson within 2 metres, so that's fine. Kelleher goes long. Crushing the pack there was Haswell. O'Malley's there. In fact, it's O'Malley's. And it'll go straight to him.
Jeez, I didn't see the push. That was right in front of us.
It was a block or a push. That's what. I don't know what one was paid for, but those are the only two conceivable decisions.
I tip my hat to you, sir. You're an umpire.
That's a
mark. That's a mark. Gibson, 300 gamer for this football club. That's a mark. That's a mark. Gibson, 300 gamer for this football club. Wonderful achievement whenever that happens. Campbell's got to go quickly. Crawford rapidly chasing. O'Donoghue, Lennon. Now O'Donoghue needs to stop. That's a mark. That's a mark. Gibson, 300 gamer for this football club. Wonderful achievement whenever that happens. Campbell's got to go quickly. Crawford rapidly chasing. O'Donoghue, Lennon. Now it did stop. So we're going to do some extra time. Durbridge down the line, open side. Max tries to step his man, doesn't. Goes to Mitchell Knight. Knight off one step. Doesn't actually hit anyone, which is unlike Mitchell. Vukovic reading it. Oh, intercepted. Crawford like a thief. He's been okay. O'Donoghue sweeping left-hander. Thompson. Wide. Perfect delivery, Quinlan. Now, Keith should go left. Keith should go to his right here. That's a one-on-one up deep. And Keith has his back's turned here. That's not the first time today that that's happened.